Greetings to all of you. The session is regarding the Nobel Prizes. There is an exclusive confinement regarding the Nobel Prizes, where the journey got started and how it is progressing, in what way Nobel Prizes will be accorded. Nobel is the destination for high esteemed and privileged entity. This is a kind of identity for the intellectual recognition, right? So Nobel Prize is accorded in the 6 different domains, and the Nobel laureates are nothing but recognition for the noble thoughts. Where the noble thought will be seeding, that will be growing in a particular manner and coming out as the invention, innovative invention, which can be definitely move on to societal benefit. That's the reason why the session we are going to deal with Nobel Prizes. Let's start. How can we go with the entire journey of Nobel Prizes? Intellectual instinct is the inspiration for innovative impetus, solvation, implication, amplification, outstanding search for universal application, pursuit of endeavors of critical societal purview. The ultimate goal is societal purview. Societal benefit is more important over here, and that can be recognized, accorded, and laureated as ever shining star in the universe. This is the main motto of Nobel Prize, where intellectual instinct will be rewarded, and that can be laureated, and that always remains. Means once the Nobel Prize is awarded, that never go diminishing, right? So always there is a kind of shining star in the entire universe. Right. How the Nobel Peace Prize journey was started. The Nobel Prize is regarded as the most prestigious award given for the intellectual achievements in the entire world. Right. So funding for this award was provided by Sir Alfred Nobel, and to those who during the preceding year shall have conferred to the greatest benefit to the mankind. Alfred Nobel is the scientist. He gave his will to those who during his preceding year shall have conferred the greatest benefit on mankind. Nobel Prizes are established for accomplishments. Different fields, we said no, 6 fields are there among physics, chemistry, physiology, which is said to be a medicine, literature, and also Nobel Peace Prize will be there. The 6 domains will be covered under this prestigious and indeed privileged felicitation. The Nobel Prize for Economic Sciences was first established in 1968 and first awarded in the year 1969. Right. The first Nobel Prize is awarded in December 10th, 1901. Right. So the first celebration of Nobel Prize was started in the year 1901 on December 10th. December 10th is regarded as a World Human Rights Day. On this day, the first scientist who felicitated with the Nobel Prize are Jacobus Henry Vantoff in the field of chemistry, and William C. Ronson for the discovery of X-rays in the field of physics, and Emil von Behring, physiology said to be a medicine, and Rene Soli Pradhame in the field of literature, and Jean H. Durant and Frederick Pazzi for the excellent contribution in the field of peace. These many scientists were awarded for the first time in the year 1901 on the day December 10th. This is about the brief intro regarding Nobel Prize. Right. In this entire session, we are going to take the tour regarding this Nobel Prize by taking these many what we can say bullet points, where the history of Nobel Prize begins. So we are going to see the inception and how it is growing, the entire history of Nobel Prize, where it is started. Branches covered under the blanket of critical intellectual sphere of the selection. How many branches are there for this Nobel Prize awarding ceremony? So the entire fields of their recognition were mentioned over here. Felicitation for the formidable inventions, which are outstanding inventions. We are going to take the glance about that. And stand of India on the Nobel Prize portfolio, right? So many jewels are there in the platform of India, who made pride for Indian history, and the entire India is most pride and prestigious regarding this what archival of Nobel Prize. So stand of India on the field of Nobel portfolio, we are going to discuss inclusively. A significant stringent of the seizable perceive. What are the significant achievements we got, and the kind of uh, recognitions and the most advantageous inventions which are awarded with the Nobel Prize, that perspective we are going to observe over here. So this is the way our journey will be in the entire session regarding this Nobel Prize will be. Let's enter into our first session. History begins. History of Nobel Prize, where the history of Nobel Prize begins. The concept of intellectual respect, felicitation was incepted by the chemist and engineer, philanthropist Alfred Nobel. Alfred Nobel is said to be a chemist first, and he is also the engineer and philanthropist who always think for the social well-being. Alfred Nobel strive for the social problem solutions by pragmatic inventions, thoughts, and pathways. So always he have the purview regarding that how the invention, thought, and pathways will entirely change, entirely find the solution to solve these societal problems. That is the main strive for this Alfred Nobel. And a brief discussion about the Alfred Nobel. A man of humanity born on 21st of October 1833 and destination for 355 inventions. New inventions are 355 by this Alfred Nobel, right? He's the scientist who invented 355 inventions. Dynamite is the prominent among. So among 355 inventions, dynamite is the most prominent kind of invention he made. His assets contributed for the astonishing inventions as prize honorarium. Being he is the inventor, innovator, and also the scientist, he know what will be the path and what will be the right recognition for the innovation, so that his most of the assets are contributed towards this inventions as a prize money and giving honorarium to that astonishing innovative inventions. So this is the way Alfred Nobel started the journey of Nobel Prizes. And the establishment of Nobel Prizes was done in the year 1895, and inauguration, that means the first way of Nobel Prizes started 1900s. That is exactly 1901. In the year 1901, that inaugurational ceremony where first Nobel Prize distribution was started, that we will take it as an inaugurational ceremony. And that entire background work was started. Seeding idea was incepted in the year 1895. That is said to be an establishment. Now, at the time of invention, we can notice 5 branches are covered under this Nobel Prize. 5 branches are taken into the consideration for felicitation. They included with the physics, chemistry, physiology, which is also said to be medicine, literature, and peace. These 5 branches are the main cognizant domains for the laureation for Nobel Prize. And next, economics also added with that, so that entire 6 prizes in the year 1968, economics newly introduced over there. In the year 1901, just now we said, in the year 1901, inaugurational ceremony for this Nobel Prize was started, where the distribution of Nobel Prize was initiated. Here, there is a quotation regarding this Nobel Prize and how the value for innovation. Creative intuition and research is conquered and celebrated forever. Wherever creative intuition is there, wherever the ideology regarding the research and new things which will give the greatest benefit to the mankind and to the society, that always celebrated forever. That is the stand for this Nobel Prize. And this is the entire infrastructure and celebrative platform for the Nobel felicitation, Nobel Prize felicitation. This will be the way they're going to accord the Nobel Prize to the eminent personalities who gave their outstanding contribution the specified domains. And now we are going to discuss about how this was started, how the process will be continued for the Nobel Prize selections, and where this kind of celebrations are going to be conducted, and when they are going to distribute these Nobel prizes, and who are the personalities related with this Nobel committee, right? Here is the entirety, we can say, Nobel committee, and they are expertise in the specified domains, and Nobel committee will be framed in order to select the persons who are suitable, who are eminent, who are prominent to, are apt for the Nobel Prize, whichever most prestigious and privileged prize in the entire universe, so that the certified and the most expertised team will be there in order to identify the suitable purview and the scientific and innovative temper in the specified domain, and the scientist, in order to choose those scientists, this is the committee, and this committee are going to screen the entire nominations which are provided, which are received, right? So initially the process will be initiated by sending the nominations. Around 3,000 nominations will be sent to the specified persons all across the globe. From those nominations, there is a committee, and they are used to screen all the nominations who are exactly suitable. That kind of screening will be conducted later. And there are certain organizations which are used to give this kind of felicitation. So all Nobel Prizes are not given at the same place. Rather, we can go for the specified regions. Let's see individually which region, what kind of felicitation will be conducted. Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences is used to accord a Nobel Prize in the field of chemistry, physics, and economics. Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences will give Nobel Prize in the field of chemistry, physics, and economics. Nobel Assembly at the Karolinska Institute will endorse the Nobel Prize in the field of physiology, which is also said to be medicine. Swedish Academy will accord the Nobel Prize in the field of literature. Literature will be laureated in the area Swedish Academy. And any other Norwegian Nobel Committee will be there. This is the region where Nobel Peace Prize will be felicitated. This is the way various regions and their specific domains in order to celebrate this Nobel Prize distribution festival, right? And when we are going to do this, when we are going to celebrate this kind of prestigious event, every year, December 10th is the destination time in order to celebrate this Nobel Prize distribution ceremony. The Nobel Prizes are awarded each year on the December 10th, the anniversary of founder Alfred Nobel's death. So in the remembrance of Alfred Nobel's death, this December 10th is declared as a World Universal Human Rights Day. And every year, this is the day the Nobel Prize distribution will be carried. And as of now, the specified persons who are looking after the entire Nobel Prize distribution ceremony are Astrid Soderberg Wedding, Professor President of Stockholm University, right? He's the chair for this Nobel Prize distribution. And Berit Reiss Anderson, Attorney Chair of the Norwegian Nobel Committee. He's designated as the Vice Chair for this Nobel Prize distribution, right? This is the way entire journey of Nobel Prize will be there. Initially, nominations will be taken, and the different regions, there is a celebration destination points will be there. And every year, December 10th, we are going to celebrate this prize distribution ceremony. And these are the eminent personalities who are looking after this entire distribution of Nobel Prize, right? And now let's see how they are going to felicitate, what will be accorded to the persons who are eligible for Nobel Prize seeking, right? So here 11 million Swedish kronor 11 million Swedish kronor are distributed to the eminent personalities who are recognized as the Nobel Prize winners. As of 2023, the Nobel Prize Monetary Award is accorded as 11 crore Swedish kronor, which is said to be 11 million Swedish kronor. These 11 million Swedish kronor exactly is equal to 88 crores change of Indian rupee currency. This amount of monetary award is given under this Nobel Prize. Along with that, this Nobel medal is provided, which is imbibed with the Alfred Nobel. And here is the diploma certificate is provided for the honorary recognition for their outstanding contribution for their specified domain. These are the felicitation things which are provided to the awardee. Nobel Peace Awardee, the monetary fund is provided, medal is provided, gold coated medal is provided, which is incorporated with the Alfred Nobel, and diploma certificate is also provided to the eminent personalities. And this is the entire description of Nobel Prize, what is Nobel Prize giving celebrations, how the celebration is conducted, and what environment we have. The entire distribution is specimen distribution is provided over here. Now we are going to discuss about what are the fields which are eligible, which are recognized for Nobel Prize felicitations, right? Here we have 6 domains, as already we discussed. One is said to be a chemistry, another is physics. Physiology will be there, which is said to be a medicine, and peace, so brotherhood, and the kind of bonding between among all the people, organizations, entities, regions, nations, and the entire universe is flourished by means of peace, so that it is the neither literature, economics. These are the branches which are taken into the consideration to award this Nobel Prize. Next is about we are going to look into all the whatever segments we discussed in brief can be taken into the exclusive description of all the branches. Journey of Noble Chemistry, how the Noble Chemistry is forwarding. So what kind of journey we have in the field of Noble Chemistry, let's say. The first Nobel Prize in Chemistry in the domain of chemistry was awarded in the year 1901 by the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. Or as already we discussed, Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences is giving Nobel Prize in the field of chemistry, and 1901 first Nobel Prize is accorded to the scientist, eminent scientist, we can see, Jacobus Henricus van 't Hoff. He's the scientist, got the first Nobel Prize in the field of chemistry, and exceptionally organic chemistry among all the entire 189. These many awards are secured by this chemistry field in the domain of Nobel Prizes. Among 189, 25 alone given for organic chemistry. It is exceptionally large in number. And among the entire number of 189 Nobel Prizes in the field of chemistry, 8 are secured by the eminent women scientists. Okay, so Nobel women scientists are there, and the first women to receive the Nobel Prize in the field of chemistry is Marie Curie. And another scientist, said to be Frederick Sanger, was the British biochemist who received the Nobel Prize in the chemistry twice. He is the exceptional person for his exceptional contribution in the field of chemistry. That's the reason why he got a twice Nobel Prize, twice in the entire journey of research. And the destination where the Swedish Academy of Sciences, Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences, are going to distribute their Nobel Prizes in the field of chemistry is in Stockholm University. Stockholm University is going to give this. This is the way chemistry to unveil the mysterious problems. So we can go for how the chemistry can be defined. Chemistry is always get its a destination to solve the mysterious problems, right? So this is the entire journey of chemistry, we can say. And she is the scientist, first women scientist, we can say. Initially in 1903, in the year 1903, she accorded with the Nobel Prize in the field of physics, and in 1911 for the everlasting contribution in the field of chemistry in both different fields of sciences. She is bestowed with the Nobel Prize, right? And her main focused research area is about radioactivity. So Marie Curie is the women scientist who accorded with the Nobel Prize in the field of physics and chemistry as well. Let's go with the journey of Nobel physics. Nobel physics dealt with physics meant for the hypothesis based web of a critical plethora of scientific problems. So critical plethora of scientific problems are taken into the consideration, and hypothetical based solvations are provided in the field of physics. Again, Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences are going to felicitate the personalities in the field of physics. The first scientist who received his Nobel Prize in the domain of physics is William Conrad Ronson. Ronson is the scientist for his outstanding contribution and discovery of X-rays. He invented X-rays. X-rays invented by the scientist Ronson, and these X-rays are very useful in the field of medicine and even in the technology, and moreover in the field of research. So X-ray technology is most beneficial. We can go for medicine. X-rays are most common in order to identify bone fractures or bone swellings, or else any kind of deformations or skeletal disorder, any kind of deformations you can observe, and that way X-rays are used to identify. And moreover, X-rays are very essential for the discovery of crystalline nature or the compound is amorphous. That is the way we can, and diagnostic purpose we can use these X-rays. And so many kind of applications we can find even in the technology as well. So that he's the scientist Ronson invented X-rays for the first time. Sir William Lawrence Bragg, he's the Australian-born British physicist, X-ray crystallographer. He accorded with the Nobel Prize as the youngest Nobel Prize winner in the entire journey of physics. At the age of 21, he got his Nobel Prize for the discovery of Bragg's law of X-ray diffraction. So everybody aware about the Bragg's law for X-ray diffraction method. In lambda is equal to 2d sine theta, which mainly focuses on the crystalline nature and the determination of crystalline structure. If you want to identify the crystalline nature or crystalline structure of the known compound, this X-ray diffraction method is most prominently used. And the entire field of this physics, 224 members are accorded with the Nobel Prize. Among 224, 5 are women. Women scientists are laureated with this eminent Nobel Prize. And among all 224 scientists, John Bardeen, who is an American physicist and electrical engineer, he is the only person to be awarded twice the Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1956, as well as and one more time he's repeated. So that this is the entire what depiction about the Nobel Prize in the field of physics. Now we entered into the field of Nobel Prize in the field of physiology or medicine. And this Karolinska Institute is the destination point where the felicitation towards this physiologist or medical experts are done. The first scientist or first physician, we can say, who are recorded with the Nobel Prize in the field of medicine are Emil von Behring. Born Emil Godolph Behring was a German physiologist who received in the Nobel Prize in Physiology in the year 1901, the first one awarded in that field for his discovery of diphtheria antitoxin. Diphtheria as a disease, especially adversely affecting the newborns and also the childhood. So that this diphtheria eradicating antitoxin was invented by the scientist, this Emil von Behring. So for his excellent contribution in the field of medicine, so he is accorded with the Nobel Prize. In the entire field of this physiology of medicine, 224, again, this is the same number related with the physics. 224 members are recorded with the Nobel Prize, and among 224, 12 are the part of the eminent women scientists. And the most prominent physiologist who accorded the Nobel Prize for his excellent contribution in the field of medicine is Jared Diamond. He's the scientist. He's the physiologist. For his excellent contribution, he is accorded with the Nobel Prize. Now let's give the definition to the medicine. Medical segment is superior service to secure and survive the healthy lives. So this medical field only used to secure. This is said to be a superior service to the secure and survive the healthy lives. So this is the entire journey of noble physiology or medicine. Let's move on to journey of noble literature. Now we entered into literature. Literature has more potential to ignite, inspire, unite, aspire, and achieve the greatest destinations. So whatever literature we have, that may be poet literature or else essay type literature, what kind it might be, but that having a high hidden potential inside, and which is striving towards igniting our brains and inspiring as well. If you read that, some kind of inspiration we will achieve, uniting the people, uniting the regions, and aspiring what aspiration we are dreaming for, that aspiration we can put over, and finally we can achieve whatever we are striving for. This will be a great destination. So this is the power of literature, we can say. And who are going to accord this awards in the field of literature? The Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences are going to give the Nobel Prizes in the field of literature. Rainy Francois and Silly Radham is the first person to accord to receive this Nobel Prize in the field of literature, who is the French poet and essayist. He was the first winner of the Nobel Prize in the year 1905. Whenever it was incepted, whenever the first prizes are distributed, that time only he was awarded with the Nobel Prize in the field of literature. And in the entire journey of Nobel literatures, 119. The number is related with 119. Among 119, 17 are accorded for the most prominent prudential women. What poets? These are the persons who are recorded with the Nobel Prizes in the field of literature. And he is saying that I'm the youngest to receive the Nobel Prize. Who is that? Joseph Rudyard Kipling was the English novelist, short story writer, poet, and journalist. He was born in the British India and inspired to work, and he is the youngest scientist to receive the Nobel Prize. And these all these are the people who are accorded with the Nobel Prize in the field of literature. Now we entered into journey of Nobel Peace Prize. So Nobel Peace accorded for initially, Nobel Peace Prize is given to two persons together. So always here, there are certain conditions. Not more than three Nobel Prize can be awarded, and mostly it is given to the persons. But exceptionally, in case of peace, organizations can receive the Nobel Prize. And always, whenever the people are living, then only Nobel Prize will be accorded. The people who are living can be accorded with the Nobel Prize. There are certain conditions under this Nobel Prizes. We have certain protocols over there. Initially, Nobel Prize for the peace are provided to Frederick Passy. He's the French economist, and Henry Dunant, also known as Henry Dunant, was a Swiss humanitarian. These together are laureated with the Nobel Peace Prize, and she is the eminent personality called Mother Teresa for his outstanding contribution for the humanitarian and kind of serving poor. She was accorded to the Nobel Prize in the field of peace. So let's define this the domain called peace. Recognizing peace is the tribute to the humanitarian brotherhood and bonding, right? So whenever humanitarian, whenever brotherhood, and whenever bonding we want, then we have to accelerate the uh, section called peace. So this used to amplify the humanitarian brotherhood and bonding among all the people, regions, everything. And here, one and only one scientist is there called Linus Call Pauling. He is the American chemist and said to be biochemist in specific, chemical engineer, peace activist as well, author and educator. He published more than 1,200 papers and books. 850 dealt with the scientific topics. He is scientist called greatest scientist among all, and unshared unshared Nobel Prize twice. He is one and only one scientist who received unshared Nobel Prize twice. One is in the field of chemistry, another is in the field of peace, right? So chemistry and peace, unshared Nobel Prize, one and only one person received that one, so that we can say he's the exceptional one. And a Pauling scale will be there in the case of chemistry domain. Pauling scale meant for the quantification of electronegativity values of various elements in the entire periodic table. So he dealt with the scientific perception regarding the electronegativity of elements in the field of chemistry, and along with that he also the peace activist, so that he is accorded with the Nobel Prize in the two different domains, right? So in the entire journey of Nobel Peace Prize, we received 110 Nobel Prizes as of now. Among 110, 19 are bestowed for the outstanding contribution for women. As we said, the remaining all the kind of Nobel Prizes are felicitated for the people only, but exceptionally Peace Prize is given to some organizations. Here is the organization called International Committee of Red Cross. This is a humanitarian organization based in Geneva, Switzerland, and a three-time Nobel Prize laureate. So thrice exceptional, we can say, because so Nobel Prize, the same institute received thrice in the entire its journey for its excellent contribution for humanitarian and promoting peace in whole across the world. So that this is the entire story regarding the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, just now we said this Nobel Peace Prize is celebration is carried in Norwegian Nobel Committee. Norwegian Nobel Committee is organizing this celebration called the Nobel Peace Prize awarding ceremony that is carried over here. This is the entire infrastructure. We can clearly see how the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded. And now we entered into another section called Jewels of India, brightened the pride through the Nobel Prizes, right? So this is the entire story exclusive for the excellent contribution towards the mankind and society from the perspective of India, so that they are accorded with the Nobel Prizes. Here is the list of entire eminent personalities who are accorded with the Nobel Prizes and who are addressing India. Chandrasekhar Venkatraman in the field of physics, Rabindranath Tagore in the field of literature, Mother Teresa for the promotion of peace, Kailash Satyarthi, again, he is promoting peace, peace activist, we can see. Amartya Kumar Sen in the social economic welfare programs, he is accorded with the Nobel Prize. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan in the field of chemistry, Har Gobind Khurana in the field of medicine, he is awarded. Subramanian Chandrasekhar for the field of contribution in the field of physics, he is accorded the Nobel Prize. And we have Vidyadhar Suraj Prasad Naipaul and Muhammad Yunus. These are the entire list of people who were accorded with the Nobel Prize and became the jewels in the Indian platform. Now, we will see the detailed description regarding the contribution of India on the platform of Nobel Prize celebrations. Rabindranath Tagore was the first person to receive the Nobel Prize in the field of literature for this Gitanjali, and C.V. Raman in the field of physics. So on his Nobel Prize, receiving his Nobel Prize in the field of this physics, and especially for light scattering domain, he is inventor how the light scattering is possible. According to his invention, according to his recognition, the day was celebrated as the National Science Day every year, 28th of February. This is the true recognition for the contribution of the scientist to accord this Nobel Prize. And another person, Mother Teresa, for her excellent contribution in promoting peace. Especially, she is always tried for the social well-being and elimination of disparity among the economic classes. And another one is called Amartya Sen. for economic and sciences. In the field of economic and sciences, he received the Nobel Prize. And next is about Kailash Satyarthi. He is the person who received the Nobel Prize in the domain of peace. And Dalai Lama, he is the Buddhist and received the Nobel Prize again for the promotion of peace, and in either called Har Gobind Khurana. In the field of physiology and medicine, he is related with the medical distribution, medical invention, so that he was accorded with the Nobel Prize. And neither is about Subramanian Chandrasekhar in the field of physics. He was accorded with the Nobel Prize. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan in the field of chemistry. He was accorded with the Nobel Prize. So let's see detailed description about all these. So whatever bullet points we mentioned are going to explain in a detailed manner. Amartya Sen, about Amartya Sen, he went for his contribution for the welfare economics, the special focus domain where we explored welfare economics. For this welfare economics, it went very well and the fruitful outputs we received. That's the reason why for his excellent contribution, he was accorded with the prominent and world prominent prize called Nobel Prize in the field of economics called Amartya Sen. In the year 2014, Nobel Peace Prize is accorded to the Kailash Satyarthi. So he's the person received for the promotion of peace in the entire country. And again, Dalai Lama, he's the most prominent person who is said to be a Buddhist and accorded with the Nobel Peace Prize. And this is one Dr. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan for the studies of structure or function of ribosomes. And he received the Nobel Prize in the field of chemistry in the year 2009. And ribosome, how the ribosome structure will be there, what functions it contains. Ribosomes are very essential. That is said to be a genetic matter, and the genetic matter contributes a vital role in the what entire journey of living organisms. Not only human being but also all the living organisms are contributed with these ribosomes. Their structure and how they are functioning, the entire study was conducted by Dr. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan in the field of chemistry. And another scientist said to be Dr. Hargobind Khurana, and he went through the field of medicine and interpretation of the genetic code and its functions in the protein synthesis. How the genetic code and the protein synthesis are interrelated, that extensive study was conducted by Hargobind Khurana. For his excellent contribution, he was accorded the Nobel Prize. Another prominent scientist is said to be Subramanian Chandrasekhar for his contribution in the field of American Indian mathematician, and he worked in the field of physics, so that he is accorded with the Nobel Prize in the field of physics. And this is the list we are having as of now. And being India is the destination for excellent research potential and hidden innovative instinct, so that we are expecting more such kind of achievements and celebrations in the near future, and definitely it will come true. And this is regarding the outstanding contribution in the field of Nobel, and how these kind of invention change the entire world order. So that kind of inspirational info of the intellectual nobles intervened in the world order, how they changed the entire journey of world. So by their scientific inventions, that entire route map is provided over here. Marie Curie is the scientist already we came through. She polished and naturalized the French physicist and chemist who conducted pioneering research in the field of radioactivity. She is the first woman to receive the Nobel Prize in the field of physics and chemistry as well. In the entire Nobel Prize, she is the first woman to receive. And she is the inventor of two elements in the entire periodic table. So those elements are polonium and radium. These are also purely related with the radioactivity only. In the neither most eminent personality, and he is the ambassador for the scientific purview, is said to be Albert Einstein. He received a Nobel Prize in the year 1921 in the field of physics for quantum theory, and especially we can say photoelectric effect. For his contribution in the field of sciences, he is accorded the Nobel Prize, and his award winning interpretation is about photoelectric effect. How photoelectric effect is performed: any light or light photons are radiated directly or striking directly on the surface of metal. Outermost electrons present on the metal will be excited. Those excited electrons will be ejected from the surface in this manner. This is said to be a brief photoelectric effect. For his outstanding contribution, so many kind of inventions he made, and he entirely driving the scientific purview of new uh, uh, platform of invention, so that Nobel Prize is accorded to Albert Einstein. And another, the International Red Cross and Red Crescent Society. So just now we said that exceptionally thrives in the entire journey of its movement towards the social well-being situation conflicts wherever 181 countries are the part of this the international organization Red Cross Society. Whatever conflicts they have, whatever kind of any kind of misdealings are present, they are used to be solved in a peaceful manner, and the societal benefit this entire organization is working, and accorded for its outstanding contribution, it is accorded thrice in its entire journey of that peace promoting nature. So International Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. And next, the inspirational info of the intellectual nobles intervened in the world order. Neither is the invention of penicillin. Penicillin is the excellent antibiotic who entirely changed the threat of illness, right? So many kind of diseases caused by microbes. Microbes are the pathogenic organisms which used to give the critical damage to the health system. So that penicillin is the wonder invention in the entire journey of medicine, and which used to work upon the various organisms which used to kill the various microorganisms, so that penicillin invention is the milestone in the field of medicine, we can say. For this exceptional invention in the field of medicine, Sir Alexander Fleming, Sir Herbert Butterfly, Ernst Boris Chain together accorded with the Nobel Prize in the field of medicine in the year 1945. Another scientist called Ivan Pavlov. Pavlov is most familiar with that. Pavlov, some rules will be there, especially in the educational paradigm. We can notice he is the Russian physician and neurophysiologist. He studied the digestive secretions, how the digestive secretions are going, and what kind of digestive system will be there, how complex it will be, and what way it is working. The entire distinctive study was carried by the Ivan Pavlov. In addition, he also gone through the deep study about the behavior of dogs. So what kind of changes we can notice? Conditional training, so that is also noticed by this Ivan Pavlov. So for his excellent contribution in the field of medicine, we can say Ivan Pavlov is accorded with the Nobel Prize mm, in the field of physiology. And another scientist, another contribution towards the promotion of the peace by the Dr. Martin Luther King, and he is the Nobel laureate in the domain of Nobel Peace. He is accorded with the Nobel Peace Prize in the year 1965 on December 10th. In another, intelligence is not super complicated. Instead, simple to serve the mankind and nature. So, in always intelligence not said to be highly complicated, right? So, what we have to think about, that must be as simple as to give its best services to the mankind and the nature as well, then only it will be well accepted. So in this purview, in other outstanding contributions and inventions we are going to discuss, this is about DNA double helical structure. So this is the kind of domain, the invention of DNA double helical structure paved the way for the entire genetic coding and the genetic matter, the importance of genes in the entire construction of living organisms and their behavioral characterization. So this discovery was done by who got certified, received the Nobel Prize, determined the structure of DNA. James Watson and Frederick Crick. Watson and Crick are the scientists who unveiled the hidden structural complexity of DNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleotide. This is the genetic matter and important most important structural domain which entirely dominates the properties and characterization of living organisms, whose double helical structure was unveiled by this scientists together. One is called James Watson and Francois Crick. So this is a kind of inventive innovation, we can say. Another is said to be the Nobel Prize Physiology or Medicine in 1946 was awarded to the Hermann J. Muller. Hermann J. Muller discovered that whenever X-rays are irradiated on the skin on any living organism, that used to cause the mutations. So this is the kind of how the mutations are carried by the irradiation of X-rays that is carried by the Muller, so that he is accorded with the Nobel Prize in Nether. And Sansuki, she is she is most prominent peace promoting activist, so that her contribution to for her peace promoting activity, she was accorded with the Nobel Peace Prize. And here is the entire journey. As we already discussed, in 1901 the journey of Nobel Prizes was started, and we are at the pace of 2023 now. And from this 1901 to 2023, here is the bank, we can say, Rix Bank. So that much huge amount of money is there, monetary fund is there for this Nobel Prize, right? So that is given by Srivijaya's Rix Bank Prize. So this Rix Bank is the bank which used to give the monetary support to this entire Nobel Prize, and this is the asset purely given from the Alfred Nobel, and his entire inventions and his entire life. What his earnings, most of his earnings got converted into this societal benefit monetary fund, and which is organized by this Rix Bank. So and from the year 1901 to 2023, Alfred Nobel, according to Alfred Nobel will, he is going to so this entire foundation is going to give the Nobel Prize. 621 Nobel Prizes are provided. 621 times this these many terms that award was provided, and the people we can count, 1,000 members are there. 1,000 members received this Nobel Prize in the various domains, and a few organizations also the part in the field of peace. Only the part of peace is subjected to organizations. Some of the people are receiving the Nobel Prize twice and even thrice in their entire journey of life. So that if we counted the person individuals, so it will confine to the 965. So without that repetition of your number, we can go for 1,000 people and organization included with this Nobel Prizes. Okay, so 965 individuals and 27 organizations are awarded with this Nobel Prize in the various domains from the year 1901 to 2023. And Rix Bank is the suitable organization to provide the entire monetary support for this Nobel Prize. Okay, so this is the entire table can give the glance about the 2023 winners list. Total 11 members are accorded with the Nobel Prize in the year 2023. This is the current portfolio regarding the Nobel Prize distribution. And the Nobel Prize categories provided who are the winners, and on what date it was given, and what venue. So where this Nobel Prize celebration was done, the entire table was provided. In the field of physiology or medicine, Katalin Carico and Drew Weissman received the Nobel Prize. And on the day of 2nd October, the award distribution ceremony was started. Karolinska Institute is the venue where the distribution of Nobel Prize was done in the field of medicine and the physics. In the field of physics, Perry Agostini, Ferenc Kreuss, and Annie Heulier together, these three members together received a Nobel Prize in the field of physics. On 3rd October, Royal Swedish Academy in Sciences Stockholm accorded this Nobel Prize in the field of physics. In the field of chemistry, Maungi Bovendi, Lois Bruss, and Alexia Ekimov, these three together received the Nobel Prize in the field of chemistry on 4th October. Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences, Stockholm, accorded this prestigious prize in the field of chemistry to these many scientists. And in the field of literature, John Olav Fosse alone received the Nobel Prize on 5th October. The Swedish Academy, Stockholm, accorded this prize, esteemed prize, to this personality in the field of literature. And peace promoting person, Nargis Mohammadi, who received the Nobel Prize in the field of peace on 6th October. Norwegian Nobel Institute Oslo accorded this Nobel Prize in the field of peace. The Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences. Riksbank is a specified organization which give the monetary support to this Nobel Prize winners. So just now we gone through 11 millions of Swedish krona or else 88 crores of Indian rupee currency is awarded to the Nobel Prize winners. So here Claudia Goldin is the one as the prominent personality who received the Nobel Prize in the field of economic sciences on 9th October. Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences Stockholm accorded this prize in the field of economics. This is the current 2023 winner list for Nobel Prize. And here you can notice US President Barack Obama also received the Nobel Prize in the field of peace, promoting peace. This is the eminent and most prestigious award Nobel Prize is accorded to Barack Obama. Here is the slide we are incorporated by the most prominent personality, Lord Buddha. Four noble thoughts, we mentioned this one. The quotation why we are mentioning is here the name Noble. So initially he is the simple personality only, but his name becomes a synonym for most prestigious and privileged value containing a kind of name. So noble thoughts we are saying, right? So noble thoughts means that this is of high value. This is the word with a high value. This is the word synonymous for esteemed content. That's the reason why. So here the person became the synonym for the meaning of highness, the meaning of valuable thing. And moreover, in the entire periodic table, we can notice the noble elements, noble gases. That is the way his name got prized over anything. So his name got prized because of his outstanding contribution. Whatever his entire assets are there, they got transformed into a social well-being, so that we can say he's the excellent philanthropist. Here are, let's go with the four noble thoughts of Lord Buddha. Life is full of sufferings. Suffering is caused by the ignorance and selfish desire. When ignorance and craving are reduced, suffering is reduced. The way to overcome suffering is the path to enlightenment. So Buddha enlightenment speeches are provided. So here we mentioned the noble thoughts, right? That extent value we got for his name, right? Okay. So let's go with the kind of quotation regarding this Nobel Prize distribution. Inspiring intuitions ignite the intellectual edge, which in turn infuse explored, anti-crafted and available for the application, advancement, and advantage of the whole universe. Hence, Nobel Prize is not the award and reward, but the true identity of well-being, innovative inventions, right? We have to go for how this Nobel Prize is striving for well-being of the innovative inventions that is looked after. So the world is fastly moving towards inventions, innovations in the new era of technology, new era of digital platform, new era of universal collaboration, right? So this is the way Nobel Prize have outstanding contribution for well-being innovative inventions. I'm going to conclude with the conclusive quote: patience is a key element of success, right? So whatever we are searching, whatever we are inventing, whatever we are discovering, everything have its own stance, everything have its own place and pace in order to explore. So that patience is a key element of success, given by Bill Gates. By this we are going to conclude the entire session. Hope this informative Nobel Prize recognitions and various domains, how it is originated, and what kind of research, what kind of inventions got uh, facilitated in the various domains. The entire description is provided. Hopefully, this is the what exclusive data and more informative for enlightenment, right? So this will give the innovative spirit in each and everyone who are following this kind of session. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you, one and all.